The Kolkata Knight Riders finally ended their 10-year wait to be called IPL champions once again. And you can understand that that would have emotions running high amongst not just fans, but even many of the players. And indeed, some of the visuals we saw after the match showed really what a relief and what a release it was for them to have finally ended what was a pretty long drought without a trophy. Remember, KKR fans are probably among one of the more passionate fan bases when it comes to in-stadium. They're always well supported, always get fans backing them. And the fact that they didn't have that glory for so long, well, they got it at last. And it felt really good. In fact, after the match, when a lot of them were interviewed by some of the broadcasters, you got a feeling, you got a sense of just how big this was for a lot of players, because a lot of these players have been a part of the franchise for many years now, but having come very close, including like in 2021, finally got their big moment. And let's start with what skipper Shreyas Iyer said. Now, he obviously had a lot to say after the match and was, for the most part, fighting back tears through most of it. But perhaps the line, or the best line that he came up with, was this one. He said that we played like invincibles throughout the season. There's so much to cherish right now. It has been a flawless season, and in many ways you can agree with him. The only 3 losses that KKR had came in absolutely freak circumstances. The loss to RR required Butler to play out of his skin. The loss to the Punjab Kings required KKR to have the most off day possible with the ball. And then after that, the other loss they had against Chennai Super Kings came on a two-faced pitch that totally changed complexions from the first innings to the second innings. Beyond that, KKR were, in many ways, in the words of their captain, flawless. Another player who played a key role really this year was Sunil Narine. Again, nearly 500 runs with the bat, over 15 wickets with the ball. He had about 17 or 18. And to say that he was enjoying himself this year was an understatement. And remember, this is the same man who was part of KKR's first and second title wins, still going strong 12 years later. And interestingly, the first one of those came in Chennai, which is perhaps what prompted Narine to say that coming into the ground this time around, it felt like 2012 all over again. The feeling is overwhelming, and I couldn't have asked for a better birthday gift. Indeed, the day of the IPL final was the day that Sunil Narine entered this world, and what a way to celebrate your birthday, ensuring that your franchise could win their 3rd IPL title. Another interesting reaction came from Mitchell Starc, again someone who was widely mocked because he came in with a price tag of 24.75 crores, and indeed for the first half of the season did precious little to justify that. But coming to the playoffs, cometh the man who loves playing in knockout stages. And he said afterwards that there's been some jokes about money which I've had to endure, but I'm older and experienced now, and that's helped with managing expectations. Indeed, Starc first half of the season clearly was not playing anything like a 24.75 crore player. Cometh the hour, of course, cometh the man. And truth be told, once you watched how it is that he performed in both playoff games, there's no way you can say he did not justify that price tag. But perhaps one of the best reactions came from Rinku Singh, someone who's been part of this IPL franchise for donkey's years now, again since 2018. That means he's been part of the franchise for 7 whole seasons, and he's emerged really in the franchise from being a bit part player to being someone who's an indispensable part of the 11. What did he have to say? Well, he spoke a lot about, let's say, he spoke about how it is that this was God's plan, and how it is that this was something that, it's finally glad after 7 years it happened. Another player who has also been a part of the franchise for a similar amount of time, Nitish Rana, he had something very interesting to reveal. He said that when Gautam Gambhir was confirmed as being the mentor, I messaged him and said that, look, I'm very happy that you're back at KKR. But Gambhir, well, he messaged me back and said that he would be happy only if we're on the podium and lifting the trophy. I will never forget that message, and it tells you really what an impact that Gambhir has had in this particular time period, that even in the early days of his return to KKR, he was messaging players and telling them, listen, you need to be winning the trophy, nothing else matters. Are you happy I'm back? Sure, but I'll be happy when you're lifting that trophy. And perhaps it was that mindset inculcated into the side early on that helped them make it to the very top of this season, dominate in a way that few teams have before, not just the season, but even the final. But what is your take on how is it that the KKR players reacted? Which is your favorite reaction? You can let us know that in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon. Follow us also on social media. We're on Instagram, X and Facebook. Don't forget to download the SportsTech app, and if you're already on the channel, go ahead, check out some other videos we've done as well. For now, from my side, it is goodbye.